Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're going to be reviewing the proposed changes for the Operative/Scoundrel class. We're going to go through the specs and give a rating on the changes that BioWare is making directed towards PvP. So first, we have Evasion/Dodge now additionally lowers the threat by a moderate amount and lasts 1 second longer. This doesn't have a lot of influence as far as PvP goes. We get a little bit longer on the evasion and dodge, but overall, not big of an impact, so we're going to go 3 out of 10 for this one. Next, we have quick countermeasures and slight countermeasures. Now, additionally grant 60% Aoe damage reduction while evasion is active. This is pretty decent, but it's nothing game-changing. Evasion isn't active that much to make this a big thing, and just blowing evasion for the Aoe damage reduction PvP is not that great, so 3 out of 10. Additionally to this, this now works with Evasive Screen/Skedaddle mod. Again, it's something. It's nothing too outrageously strong or anything, just to give that 60% AoE damage reduction. So again, overall, 3 out of 10 for that change as well. Next, we're going to take a look at the healing specs. So, biggest problem with the healing specs is it's just overtuned. I wouldn't even say it's overtuned, it's just the other specs are not on the same level. So they plan to reduce the Culto's Burst mod's healing on secondary targets by 50%. I think this is a good change. It's a good change in the right direction to balance the specs more towards each other. So it's overall a 6 out of 10 for that change. The Culto Stem mod now additionally grants 10% healing on Culto Injection. I don't like this. A lot of these specs have been very homogenized. This is giving them more burst healing when they really don't need it. They don't need any more healing right now. They really need to bring it down to the other specs. So as far as PvP focus goes, for this one's 4 out of 10. Next, we have reducing the healing bonus given by Nanomark mod from 20 to 10%. I like this a lot. I like the way that this is bringing down their heals. Anything basically nerfing operative heals right now is going to be a net positive for the game. They're just that much better in PvP than everything else. Next, we have a redesign of an ability. So, redesign the defense injection mod, which is now called Reactive Substance, and does the following. Culto Injection applies a reactive substance to the target for 10 seconds. If the target is dealt damage during this time, they are healed. Stacks up to 2 times. This is preemptive healing. Preemptive healing is not very good in PvP. PvP a lot of times is reactive healing. And a lot of people are focusing on a target. You need to have that reactive healing to get them back up to full, or to get them to a point where they can use a cooldown or something like that, a DCD. So this isn't very good for PvP. I imagine in PvE though, where you can kind of anticipate the damage, is going to be pretty strong. But from my viewpoint, 1 out of 10, it just doesn't affect that much. Next on our list, we have the Concealment/Scrapper changes. So reduce the bonus critical hit damage while Stem Boost is active from 20 to 15%. I don't know why that they are reducing the damage for Concealment. It's not like it's overperforming or anything. It's doing what it should do. No one has ever even stated that in a PvP situation that Concealment is doing better. From what I understand about PvE, I mean, it's doing fine there too. Its damage isn't overblown. So I'm not sure why we're reducing the damage on a spec that doesn't need it. So 1 out of 10 for that one. The next kind of thing on our list is the Acid Lash Tactical no longer improves the damage of Acid Blade. Again, I don't know why this spec is getting damage reduced, so 1 out of 10. And then we have increased the duration of Advanced Stealth mod effect from 4 to 6 seconds. It's not going to affect PvP at all. Frankly, I don't think this is doing anything in the game. I don't think this is going to be doing anything in PvE. There could be some better operative players out there that might think this is a good thing, but from what I can tell, it doesn't really do enough. It really doesn't do anything, really. So 0 out of 10 for that. Increase the duration of Tactical Critical/Upper Critical mod effect from 4 to 6 seconds. I like this idea, and I'll tell you why this idea is good. This idea is a quality of life change. It just gives a little bit more of a window to actually hit your damage. Whereas the Stealth mod, you really don't need the window. So I'm not sure if they just did this as one group change, but for this one, it's just a quality of life update. So pretty positive on this one, 5 out of 10. Next on the list, increase the damage reduction per stack from Defensive Stance mod from 3 to 5%. I like this. I don't think it's far enough is the only reason I kind of wrote it in the middle ground. Operatives have an issue where they really don't have a lot of damage reduction So basically when they're out of their cooldowns, they're just nothing. They're just paper at that point. So giving them a little bit more damage reduction, I'm all for it. I think it should be a little bit higher. The only problem that you have right now is operatives are very good against new players. So if you make this too high, you're going to see a lot of the new players complain about how overpowered they are. And you could even boost this, I would say, to probably 8% and it would still be fine. So 5 out of 10. It's a good change in the right direction. I just don't think it's strong enough. Next, we have the best defense mod now as a lifesteal component to crippling slash skank shot. This, I mean, it's something, but it's just not doing enough in PvP. From all intents and purposes, the lifesteal is not going to be that big. It might be a nice change for PvE, but PvP wise, it's just kind of meh, mediocre. I'm not going to rate it anything worse than a 2 out of 10 because it is something. It's just not a very good something. And then finally, we get to the one that I just can't believe they're doing this. So increase the movement speed bonus, granted by quick countermeasures from 50% to 100%. This is just a negative 10. This is a net negative on the game in general. The movement speed buffs, we do not need movement speed buffs anymore. Movement speed buffs cause too many issues with the game. We've already seen it from desync to all the other issues with force speed, to people just teleporting all over the map, to the game really in PvP, especially in a war zone. You get 4, 5, 6 lightning source, and you get predation on top of it. Now you're going to add even more movement speed on top of it. I don't like this change. It's just going to make the game overall worse for everyone. It's not fun to play as. It's not fun to play against. It's just overall a net negative. So those are my viewpoints on the upcoming operative slash smuggler changes. If you guys have any views, go ahead and put them down in the comments. And always, just go ahead and like and subscribe. It really does help everything out. And see you guys later.